Kanye West is in the news again, but this time for something wow. Okay, now we've talked to you about him before, and we've had multiple excursions down the road of Kanye being a saved human being and Christian and all that stuff, and he was showing the fruits of fruits of repentance. They say. Well, I guess the fruit got rotten. He didn't take care of the fruit, nor did he eat it. So Kanye is coming out with a new thing. Now, when you hear it, it might shock you, but for some of us, it won't shock you. But it shocked us a little bit. A little bit. He's going to create his own porn website. No, you heard that right. You did indeed hear that right. Porn website. Yes, he is. He is going to create his own and have it marketed. Now, if you remember Kanye's journey, he by the way, he also said he's done with this whole spiritual part of his journey. He's done with that God thing. Because last I said he was God.
Like, I am a God. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a God.
So he's not really done with it, but he's done with y'all's version of God. He's now on Ye's version of God. So recently he said something to the tune of this. I really don't think any of this stuff will matter at all, because at the end of the day, I have to do for me. So he's doing for him. He's doing for him. New porn site, and this is the fruits of his spirit. I'm just letting you know, this is the fruits of his spirit. People who thought that Kanye was on that gospel train, look, I will admit to you right here, right now, confession time. Ready? Stepping out of the dark here. I'm exposing myself. When that album dropped, that not the Jesus Walked one, the one after that, the Jesus album, the one with Chick-fil-A song on it, I was like, man, it's pretty good. That was good. Like, it was a good album, because I genuinely thought that Kanye made a turn. You see, I was fooled very easily because I really wanted it to be true. Now, while I was fooled, I didn't keep my eye off of Kanye. In fact, it made me really, really pay attention to the things he was saying and doing. Then I heard he was coming with a part 2. And I thought, oh, he's doubling down with God. Okay, let's go. Sunday services and everything. Man, Kanye is broken free. Then he talked about how he hates porn, and he was done with it, and it ruined his marriage, and he was on a roll.
My gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life.
Then we realized why he was doing all of that. You see, just like the rest of the people who say that they're Christian, he realized that he could get a whole new audience by saying a certain thing. Buzzwords, keywords, hot topics, mentioning certain things, really being adamant about it, but not meaning a single word of it. Not a single word, because he is God. His word, not mine. He's not God, but he thinks he is. It could be psychosis or it could be demonic possession. I don't know, either one, but he thinks he's God. So apparently this God is going to create a porn website. Now, people like Nicki Minaj and a few others who have done collaborations with him have said before that during the recording sessions, in between takes, he would have everybody sit down and watch porn with him. That was a part of the prerequisites to record with him, is to sit and watch porn. Now, we've had people tell us before that Ye was a changed man, and that, he showed the fruits of repentance, and that he had all this stuff going for him, and he was talking Bible stuff, and there are many that were deluded by him. Many people who say themselves they are Christian also are not, but they also, because they don't know what the fruit looks like, because they've never actually been in touch with the tree, they have no clue what they're looking for. They can be easily fooled with that on a long-term basis. That's the kind of people that Kanye was reaching out for. And he got them. And they're probably going to be the same ones that say, well, he's just he's fallen for a little bit, but he'll be back. I know you're hopeful. I get it. But understand this. A person that would actively go out of his way to lie about a relationship with somebody like God, only to drag the people that he's been encouraging back into a hole, I highly doubt he's going to climb back out. Because in this instance, he decided to blatantly mock God. Directly, out loud. You can call him crazy. Say what you want, but he did it. And now he's going one step further by giving in to the one thing he said that would destroy any marriage: porn. So he's having his new site, and there's going to be many people who are going to say, good job, good for you, do your thing. He's a mogul. He's trying to stretch his wings, make some more money. He has kids. I want to remind people about this. He has kids. Kids now who are of age that can view this stuff. Now, hear me out. If he is so hell-bent, literally hell-bent on creating this kind of stuff, what makes you think he's not going to share it with his kids? He did leave his kids in the care of another prostitute, right? His ex-wife. You don't think he's going to have no problem watching it in front of his kids? I want you to think about that just briefly. Because in actuality, that may be the case. That might actually happen. Some of you may say, well, why is this important? Why is this? Because this affects people more than you know. Elephant in the room. Whether you want to admit this or not, today's world revolves around social media. I said it. Everybody has access to it. From the young to the old, social media is now the hub for maximum interaction with human beings on Earth today. Anybody putting their hands in the pool of social media to contaminate it has now reached millions upon millions of people, whether aware by you or unbeknownst to you, including your children. People who follow Kanye, listen to Kanye, even if you're not one of them and your child might be, will probably want to go find this website because they like Kanye. And you as a parent might have just given them whatever they wanted because it made them happy. It's just music. That music is attached to a human, and now this human is now putting out something else that could detrimentally harm your child. And yes, pornography does harm you mentally, spiritually, and physically. Not to mention emotionally. This has far more reaching consequences than people want to give it credit for. You can say, well, it's just one more website. I mean, there's so many of them. That's a big problem, that he wants to put one more, especially with the kind of name recognition that he has. Not to mention what's going to be on there. Who knows? For as many years as he's been involved in porn, what kind of stuff do you think is going to be on there? Again, to each his own. Y'all make your own decisions about it. But from where we stand, at least Too Strong stands, these kinds of things has to be known. We have to make it known to y'all. While you may not be the one influenced by it, someone you love might be. And the more you know, the more you can help and intervene. Not saying they'll listen, but at least you can tell them. They may not listen to us, but they may listen to you. I would ask you that you act now before it's too late. What Kanye has been doing is not only detrimental to himself, but to everyone who's ever listened to him and thought of themselves as a fan. He has the reach, the financial gain, all of it, the leverage to damage a lot of souls. And he's doing it willingly. He's doing it fully, full-heartedly, right in your face. And there are many of us that won't turn. But for those of you who will listen, we ask you to do this one thing. Share this video. Share this video for one reason only: to try and keep as many people away from that individual as possible. Because the next soul you save might be one that's related to you.